Hello friends, thank you for stopping on the channel today. So today on desk we have a Acer Aspire. This is a A51. The actual model of this is a Acer Aspire A517 51. So it's the dash 51 series. Generally, they are oriented the same. But so today, what we're gonna do is I need to do a replacement on the drive. So I'm gonna put an SSD in it. I'm just gonna show you a quick tear down. I'm not gonna go through the entirety of the tear down to get to the battery, but I'll show you how you can accomplish this. So first off, we have these doors. This is one of the older style machines. So you don't have to tear the entire back off to access everything. For example, drive. Hard drive is in this window or this slot. So you're just gonna get something like a plus screwdriver or a Phillips type screwdriver. Pop that out, take the screws out, and then you can lift it up. It's held together by clips. There are clips to the front. Just some clips. You need to push this in first and pop the back in when you're putting it back in place. So now we have that. Right there we have the, if you can see, that's your mechanical drive. In order to get this out, you will need to remove a few screws. So again, a Phillips screwdriver is good enough. There are 4 black screws there that need removing. Tiny screws, they're that size. And you can use the same tip screwdriver most likely to take them all out. If you have something that a little bit magnetized on the tips, on the tip, that will be useful so you don't lose your screws, which a lot of screwdrivers are. Okay, so it's pretty tiny head there. So anyway, got that in. So I'm taking out the last one, and this is holding it down. So now you get that, and normally you should be able to slide it or push it back out of the connector. So I push it back, and then I'm gonna lift it up. Right, so I'm able to grab it. I'm just making sure there's nothing else keeping it in place. Okay, so this. So just taking a good look at it, and I don't see anything else that's keeping it in place. A lot of them would have a little tab that you can then just grab and then lift, but this doesn't look like it's a lift. This looks like you actually push it back. So I'm gonna go with that first. Okay, it's not moving, so let's try the lift. I may need a different type screwdriver. Okay, yeah, it's the lift. So it's the lift, because what happened, it's not connected directly into the SATA portion, is not fixed. The SATA portion is on a cable. So I'm able to lift it out. And then once I lift it out, look, you can pop the SATA cable portion or the SATA connector off. So I'm just gonna push it there, push it again. Maybe I can even grab it and jockey it a bit. Yeah, so now it's out entirely. Just really tight space in there, right? So now be careful. The cable in for the connector is pushing through. So I grab the cable like this and I pull this off. So that's your SATA connection there. And now you have your drive. And this is a 1 terabyte. So that's a 1 terabyte Western Digital drive. And these drives usually go for a while, go after a while. So I'm just trying to see the date on this one. and I'm pretty sure it's older. This is August 6th of August 2017. So that's what, 8 years? Yeah. I've seen these lasting longer, but you know what? Mechanical drives, they will go, 3 years, 5 years, most certainly within 10 years, they will go. Absolutely. Plus, they will just slow down, right? So I'm going to replace it with, and I'm going to show you my tool that I use. Not only this, but I have other tools, but this wavelink I find to be one of the quickest way that I can duplicate or clone a drive. I don't even have to. I just pop it in, and then I go about doing something else. Now, once you get this off, of course, if you're gonna put it in a drive like or a cloning dock like this, you will need to remove the caddy, right? So this is just some screws that are holding this in place. So I'm gonna take those out. Usually 4 screws. And you will need this you'll need this drive adapt. It's not an adapter, it's really kind of a caddy that's holding the drive fix, more like a frame that's keeping the drive in place. So you see I've taken all 4 out, and then I can take this off. So ultimately, what I'll do when I've cloned this is to put this back under here and make sure it's oriented. So if you notice, you would just need to align the screws on the side. See the screws on the side? Those are the silver screws. You put them back in place, and then you would need to plug this in again and pop it back in. So all in all, that's a fairly simple swap out, right? So it shouldn't be an issue. You get the right screwdriver and you do that. And for this, you don't even have to take the drive out, the battery out. The battery on these are probably the most time-consuming part to replace. Another thing you can replace that's pretty accessible is your your optical drive. So there's this one screw in the middle. You're gonna just take that out. I need to drop that out. Yeah, there it goes. It's the same size. It looks like it's about the same size as the one that keeps hold this door in place. And once you get that, you should be able to pop it out just like that, right? So if you need to replace your optical drive, that's how you do it. I'll put that back. The other thing too, if you want to upgrade or replace RAM, that also is pretty straightforward, and that's what I'm going to show you quickly next. Okay, so over here on the door, similar setup like this one. There's one screw. You need to take that screw out, and same size as the others, and you lift this out. Again, it's got clips too. So if you look at this one, for example, this one is currently it's got one, let me see how much this is. This is 4 gigabytes. Okay, I believe this is 8 gig total. So if this is 4 gig, that means there is another 4 on board. A lot of times you would get 4 shipped, and then you would need to, if you want to upgrade, add another one. And this actually is a DDR4 2400 CL17 1.2 volts, and this one is a data. That's the drive, but that's the manufacturer. But most other Samsung, Crucial, you could a bunch of other manufacturer will make compatible drive or compatible memory for this. So that's it. So what I'm gonna do now, after having taken this off, is the well, this is obviously not plugged in, but I just need to plug in my DC 1 or 12 volts on this, and then this, the way this works, this is the source. I would stick this in the source, and this is my target. I stick this in the target, and you want to be very careful when you do that, just to make sure you don't overwrite your actual data drive. And I always double check target, target, source, source. And then I have a video there. You can just watch how you actually start the cloning process. It's pretty straightforward. Once you plug this in and hit your switch, your power switch, and this is like you don't need to plug in the USB because you're not copying anything to your computer or your desktop. This is just standalone cloning. Once you turn on your switch plugged into AC, then it will start lighting up. It will start reading both your target and your source. And then it will show source lit, target lit. Then you will press and hold the center button for just until everything starts flashing up. Activity on the source, activity on the target, and then about the top portion will be illuminated blue. Then you will release it, click again, and then let go, and it will start ticking or flashing just here, and that means it's starting the copy process, and it continues to 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%, and depends on how much data is on your drive, and if the drive is there any issue with it being clustered, it may take longer. But normally I find this will take anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. You just leave it alone, do something else while it gets done. Okay, well, that's it, folks. Oh, I forgot I said I was going to show you how you would access your battery. I'm not going to do that now in the interest of time. However, if you look at the machine with your same plus screwdriver, your Phillips screwdriver, you can remove or should remove all the screws. So yes, continue to take your optical drive out, remove all the screws at the back. They're about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and any screws in the middle. And then you'll need to take this entire cover off. If you look on the side, this is where it covers over. You'll need a prying tool to pop it off. And it is similar to a lot of the removing. If you look at some of my HP disassemble, or even some other Acer, the older ones, say before 2020, they will have this type of back. So you remove that, then you will remove you see your battery, you unplug the cable, and you will be able to swap out the new one as you purchase it. So thanks for watching, and hopefully this helped you if you have one of these machines and you're wondering about the upgradability of it. Yes, you can definitely add extra memory if the slot is not already taken, and for speed you can add an extra drive. Not an extra drive, but you can replace your drive, swap it out with SSD, which will give you quite a bit of performance improvement. Okay, thanks for your time today. Please remember to like, to share, and to subscribe. So until next time, have yourself a great day.